We're going to talk about parts of a circle. A circle is a round figure. And so it's not a polygon. A polygon is a shape with straight lines. As you can tell, everything is round right here. So with a geometric figure with straight line, a polygon, you can find the perimeter or the distance around it. For example, you have a rectangle. All you do is add all the sides together, and then you find the perimeter, distance around it. But in circle, perimeter, the word for it is called circumference. Circumference is the distance around a circle. So perimeter is for straight edges. Circumference is for round edges. So in this part of the circle, you have circumference, distance around it. Then you have another word called diameter. Diameter goes from one end to the other end. However, it must pass through the center of the circle. So some kids say, is this a diameter? No. Does it pass through the center? No. This is how I memorize it. If you turn the paper sideways, do you see the letter D? D for diameter. So if you see the letter D, D for diameter, that's a diameter. It goes from end to end through the center. Radius, on the other hand, goes just from the center to the edge. I don't know, does it look like it's half of a diameter? It is. It is half of a diameter. And a diameter is double the radius. That's how I memorize it. Diameter looks like a D and is double the size of a radius. And the last thing is called pi. In 7th, 8th grade, pi is really 3.14. In 6th grade, we say it's 3. So what is pi? No, it's not a food. Pi is a Greek symbol. Pi means the circumference around it is 3 times longer than the diameter. So for example, you have this diameter. If you measure, it will be 1, 2, 3. The 3 diameters will make the circumference. So you actually measure. For example, if this is 5 centimeters right here, this will be 5, 5, 5. So the circumference will be about 15 centimeters. This is 3 times the diameter. Or another way to say it is the diameter is 1/3 the size of the circumference. It's a third of it. If this is 15 around it, circumference, you divide it by 3, you'll get 5. So let's practice some. For example, here's a circle. Circumference is the distance around. Diameter is the distance. It looks like the letter D. Distance from end to end through the center. And radius is the halfway point from the center to the edge. So let's say if this radius is 8 centimeters, what would the diameter be? So I know this radius is 8. Isn't diameter double the size? So 8 centimeters. 8 plus 8 is 16 centimeters. So the radius is 8 centimeters. The diameter is 16 centimeters. Let's try another example. Here is a diameter. The diameter is 12 centimeters. So if it's 12, this must be 6, and this must be 6. So what would the radius be? 6 centimeters. So the radius is 6 centimeters. Let's try another example. This is a radius. The radius measures 9 centimeters. Draw a diameter from this. So diameter. The other side will be 9. So the diameter will be 18 centimeters. You double the size of it. Or, in our last example, this is a diameter. The diameter is 22 centimeters. So each part of the diameter will be 11. So the radius is 11 centimeters. So diameter is double the radius. Radius is half of the diameter. So again, 3 major parts. Circumference, distance around. Diameter goes from end to end through the center. Radius is the halfway point from the center to the edge. And pi is 3. We're going to be focusing more on pi in our subsequent next lessons. So pi is, the circumference is about 3 times larger than the diameter.